Yay! 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 Yay!
So, oh, wait.
Yay!
Wait. So, I should, first I'm going to start with turning my microphone up. That's always a good way. Wait. Should we start over?
No.
Okay.
No, because the bar's low, buddy.
The bar is low. We just had breakfast. We're doing a morning show here, and we were just discussing. We liked the breakfast sandwich. It's a new little cafe. We're not going to give any names.
No names.
No free shout-outs. Here's the thing. I don't know how much I like the bread selection. I'm not going to lie.
So look, I don't do a whole lot of bread anymore.
It was just white bread. That was a sandwich that you make at home.
It was, but the bread was very fresh, right? The bread was fresh. The egg was fantastic. Egg was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Not drippy, not runny, not super hard. Like, it was a good egg.
I like a little runniness, though. I'm not going to lie.
On a bread like that, they didn't toast the bread, but put the butter on there, which was delicious.
It was like lightly, it was warmed, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. They melted the butter on there.
And the cheese was fantastic.
The cheese was really good. The cheese, I'm always a fan of it. But, when I order a bacon, egg, and cheese, and I don't think I'm going to be going there. That's not going to be my go-to sandwich, because I like the bacon, egg, and cheese on a hard roll with salt and pepper, New York style.
Yeah. Look, you didn't go into a place that's lined up that way. You went to a cafe that's a little more artistic in their food.
Next time I go in, it's going to be a pastry kind of day.
Yeah,
it's going to be a pastry kind of day.
Yeah, no, I would say I wouldn't say no to an egg sandwich there, but it wouldn't be my go-to.
I like a little runny yolk, and I like the cheese to have a little run to it too. I like just American cheese on a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
You're not going to get that there.
No, you're not going to get that there.
No.
They're going to have a fine Gruyere.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
maybe a Gouda.
It's a little fancy. It's a little Soho feel to it, but
I like it. Hey, it's better than being an empty store.
Look,
So
I like
there you
it. No, I enjoyed it. I will go back in there. It's a great feel to it, and very bohemian kind of feel.
The baked goods look fantastic.
Yeah. So anyway, how you been, man?
I've been good. I've been yearning to get to this show because as we know, we have a bunch of calls from Liz that we're waiting to answer.
Yeah, and look, we are a little behind on things. Part of that's my fault.
There's your behind is quite large, sir.
Oh, it's far smaller than it used to be.
Actually, you know what? For a big guy, you got a small ass.
Hey, thanks.
I just got to say.
Thanks for noticing that.
Is that a compliment?
It's true. I don't know if it's a compliment or not, but it's always been true. Thank you for the applause. I appreciate that.
They like it.
I have never been a large tuchus kind of guy.
No, well, it's because I'm what? How tall are you? 6'4"?
6'3".
6'3".
Yeah.
So you are a good 7 inches taller than I am.
Yeah.
On a good day, and we'll call it we'll call it 8. But the funny thing is that our torso or our legs are the exact same length.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely hilarious.
We've discussed this.
I know we
Weird.
have.
I'm wearing a new pair of jeans right now. I had to get none of my clothes fit. Right?
Yeah.
So
well, it's because you don't have an ass to fill in the.
I have a tuchus.
No.
I have a hiney. It's just not large like other people my size, like other tall individuals. Or wide individuals. Mine is. Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about my butt?
This is the show. The bar is low. Welcome back, everybody.
It's incredibly low. And if you want to give us a call, what's the number, Mike?
6317 Mike Mo.
6317 Mike Mo. That's Mike with a Y. 6317 MYKEMO. Give us a call. Tell us what you think, and we will make you wait for an answer, like we have with Liz for several months. At this point. Because look, we've been backed up. You were shooting a movie and then editing a movie and shooting stuff in Philadelphia and all over the place. Look, man, schedules have gotten insane. But we've been pretty good at stepping back in. At this point, I've ended session. So that's all done as far as that goes for now, I hope, for the year. And we can settle into somewhat of a normal schedule here in town again.
So we know that there's 4 calls from Liz. We've established that in our last episode.
Wow.
All right, on our last episode. But there's also another number here that I don't know.
Oh.
So should we start there?
No, we got to catch up with Liz first.
Right,
Show a little loyalty to Liz first.
So we did tease this one to end the last show. We're gonna get right back into it.
Guys, it's Liz. So I recently sent you a video of Lad Baby at a McDonald's in Spain, and the menu was absolutely insane. I'm sure you saw it. So my question is, I wanted to know if you have ever been to a McDonald's in another country or one of those fabled McDonald's in the States that have a different menu than the one that we're.
All right. Yeah. So we heard the question in the last episode.
Yeah.
So I've been to McDonald's in France. I got a supersized Cabernet when I was 16 years old. Got fucking hammered. Had a Royale with cheese with it. It was absolutely the same as I was experienced here. The end. You only get that. Like France has a couple of different menu items, but I wasn't.
Do they have American fries in France?
I think they just call them fries.
Yeah.
Or
curious.
or frites.
Yeah, pomme de terre frites.
I think they're frites.
Pomme de terre frites.
You got to go to Asia to really experience the crazy McDonald's menus, right?
I don't know. I haven't been. The only ones I've had have been, and the only thing I've had in fast food outside of the United States was in Brazil. I went to São Paulo, and I had Burger King in São Paulo. Because we were at that point 2 weeks after our trip, we were itching for an American cheeseburger.
Well, yeah, it's funny you say that because when I was in Mexico last month, another reason we've been delayed on shows, I went to Mexico. When you go to the Puerto Vallarta airport, it's Johnny Rockets. It's all the American stuff. Because by that point in time, like I was like, I don't need another margarita.
Yeah.
There's one cantina, but that's on the arrivals because I'm arrived. Let's get a margarita. Yeah. And like when you're on your way out, it's just like, oh, man, I just need a greasy burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will. Let's just quickly play this game while we're on the topic. Look, when I travel internationally, I don't go to fast food restaurants. It's not my thing. When I go to other cities like Chicago, I don't go to movies. It's just not my thing. But there are some great menu items out there. Mm-hmm. So let's just run through some of them. I just pulled up a list on BuzzFeed here.
Okay.
So in Hong Kong, they have a bacon macaroni and cheese toasty. It's basically a panini with mac and cheese in the middle.
And where do they make this?
This is in Hong Kong.
But what establishment does this?
Oh, this is all McDonald's. We're only talking McDonald's here.
Oh, okay.
We're only talking about McDonald's here. Which I
can see where that'd be popular with the kids.
Yeah. They call it the macaroni. They call it twisty. So twisty pasta. And in these Asian ones, you can get a lot of pasta stuff. Also in Hong Kong, which I wish they had here, they have a fried chicken. It looks like a McChicken, like the fried chicken patty.
Okay.
Except there's an egg on it. It's basically a chicken egg McMuffin on a bun.
Wow.
I like what's happening here. I would eat that.
I wonder if you can request that.
You might be able to.
A lot of McDonald's will do that kind of stuff. If you're like, hey, I want this. I was told I did a grand opening for one. Like a ribbon cutting. And I met the owner, the family that owns so many of them in Connecticut.
In the area, okay, yeah.
The guy told me what he does when he goes into his restaurants. He gets a double quarter pounder. He makes a double quarter pounder.
It's on the menu.
No.
Continue.
As a Big Mac.
So you basically make a Big Mac, but you put the quarter pounder
those patties
on it. Okay.
So I was like, wow. He goes, yeah, when you get here, just tell them that's what you want, and they'll make it for you. Great. So
that confused the shit out of somebody. I already know it.
I waited. I was like, let me go. Like the next week, I'm like, you know what? I'm going back and getting this. I'm gonna try this.
Yep.
They refused to make it.
Wow.
I was like
flat out refused.
Like your owner told me about this. That's the only reason I know about it.
Yeah.
No, we don't have that. It's not available.
Oh. Wow.
So I don't know what else to do. I'm like,
I order
give
that.
Up.
Yeah.
I give up. I'm like, you know what? Keep your stuff. I'm not coming back. And all I've ordered from McDonald's since has been unsweetened iced tea.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's only $1, so there you go. In Italy, they have tomato and mozzarella turnovers. They're basically like pizza pockets.
Okay.
At McDonald's. I can see that makes sense as a McDonald's item.
Yeah.
The macaroni and cheese inside of a panini, that doesn't really...
No, but I can see that being very popular for the kiddos. Kids would love that.
The gratin croquette burger is available in Japan seasonally. It's a creamy, crispy cult classic made of fried crab and macaroni inside a croquette between two steamed buns.
Would you trust getting crab from McDonald's?
In Japan, yes.
Okay.
That's the right answer.
All right. I guess that,
In the United... Well, it's a tricky question because McDonald's lobster roll, which I don't think they make anymore.
I ever did.
Oh yeah, I used to get the lobster roll a lot. It was a New England location type thing.
Okay.
So they would have it here. See, it was a lot more common once you get into the Massachusetts and Maine areas. But Connecticut would have it, seasonally in the summer months. And the lobster roll was pretty good. You had to always tell them, go light on the mayo, please.
Yeah.
Because as you can imagine, McDonald's, they go
Slap it
heavy-handed on the
there.
mayo. Yeah. But I did get the lobster roll. So when I told people in Los Angeles about the existence of the lobster roll, they were like, that's disgusting. It's like, how's lump lobster meat? It's not like it was canned. It was lump they cost it was like $13, and this was in like the 90s. So that's an expensive meal in a McDonald's.
Sure.
Back then. So yeah, but I trusted that, so maybe I would trust this.
But I don't know if we've ever discussed. Have we ever discussed the butter or the mayonnaise on the lobster roll?
Yeah, hot butter till I die.
Yeah. You said the mayo. That's why I was going.
No,
Wait a minute.
No, but it's Connecticut style is how I prefer it. But this is how McDonald's made their lobster roll. I am
For those who don't know,
hot with a hot drawn butter.
yes.
Yeah, the Connecticut style lobster roll is far superior.
And that's where I have a problem with our dear friends at Stu Leonard's who make those on occasion. When you go to Stu's, you know, people that know Stu Leonard's, it's like the Disney of food stores.
Supermarkets.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they have so much great fresh fish, but they have prepackaged foods, which me as a single boring lazy man, I like to buy prepackaged food sometimes. And they'll have a lobster roll there, but they don't do Connecticut lobster roll.
No, it's only the mayonnaise.
I don't
But
get
you know
that.
what?
They're a Connecticut-based company.
But I do understand because it's in the refrigerator. You got to keep it refrigerated, right?
Yeah. So
So they make it, and they make them every, it might sit out there for a day before
Maybe.
you eat it. It's still good. Lobster roll's fine for a couple days. But if it's a hot lobster roll, you can't just have a hot lobster roll sitting out. That'll spoil rather quickly.
No, I don't need it hot. But what I want you to do, if you're going to prepackage, is get that set in the package. Put a couple of pats of butter in there. That way, when you get home, you can put the pats of butter in there.
No, it can't be pats. They have to actually serve it with drawn butter.
They should.
It's got to be drawn butter. I mean, I guess
I
you
would
can.
rather that than mayo, though.
Yeah.
I would rather give me 2 pats of butter than the mayo.
But here's the other thing. You can't microwave. You can't reheat lobster and have it be good and fresh. You got to cook it and then put it in the bun.
Yeah.
What are you going to microwave it?
You can't microwave
You can't put it in the toaster
cannot.
oven. You can't reheating it.
Toaster oven could work. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of the reheating lobster. I think the main
Or
lobster
the
roll.
air fryer. Air fryer could work with that.
Nah, it's not. It's not. It's going to be either too chewy or even worse, like when it's overcooked. Even when it's overcooked and you get that claw and it's just like sandy,
that's the worst.
grainy. You don't want that. So I think that's where the main lobster roll comes into play, because if you do leftover lobster the next day, what you can do if you make it fresh. This is what I do: is I take it out, I leave it on the counter, I let it come up to room temperature, and then I heat up the drawn butter and then pour that over the top, and that helps to heat it up. It's the same way I reheat my prime rib. Bring it up to room temp, because
that makes sense.
I like my prime rib as rare as possible. Bring it up to room temp, and then you pour the hot au jus on it, and that's what brings it up to an edible heated temperature.
Everything's edible.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be, but yes.
Now, all this being said, if you're like, you can have a cold lobster roll or nothing, I'll eat the cold lobster roll. Let's just put that out there.
I don't know. I sometimes I just look at the mayo lobster roll and go, no.
The ratio's got to be right.
It
The
does.
ratio's got to be right.
It
That's
does.
the thing.
Although I will take, by the way, one last thing. Those extra bits of lobster you're talking about, like when you have the extra lobster to make that with, sometimes if you do, I never have extra leftover lobster, but sometimes like the stews will put together a container of just lobster meat.
Right, yeah, I don't buy that. It's way too pricey.
Oh, I will buy that and I will make an omelet with it. There's nothing like
I love
a
lobster
good
omelet.
lobster
I
omelet.
love the lobster omelet for sure. I usually, when we do lobster dinner, I buy 3 of them for me to eat,
Okay.
especially during the summer when it gets cheap.
Right.
I mean,
Cheaper.
yeah. No, $4.99 a pound is the usual price. Sometimes you can get it cheaper than that. Sometimes around Labor Day, it's like $2.99 a pound if they've been overfishing, and they're like, we got to get rid of these lobsters.
Great.
And I'm like, oh, that lobster's cheaper than chicken. I'll eat 4. And then Lori's like, you're going to get gout. And I'm just like, it was worth it. So, that's me with, look, you know how I am with my seafood.
Oh, yeah.
I will
I'm
stuff
the same
myself.
way. We should
full.
do a seafood.
Don't challenge me on anything seafood.
No, not challenge. We should do like a party.
I was actually thinking of doing a
clam
crab,
bake?
clam bake with a lobster boil, like that whole kind of a thing.
We can do it at the park. We'll do it like for the softball team.
We'll discuss this.
Oh,
We'll do this. I am with Mother's Day coming up. I do have a order of Wellfleet oysters. I'm getting 50 Wellfleet oysters specifically from Wellfleet, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, which is the best oyster. It's Lori's favorite oyster, so I'm bringing in 50 of them for Mother's Day.
Are you a good shucker?
I'm a master shucker.
Are you really?
I'm a master shucker.
You don't cut your hand at all?
No.
It's really easy to do.
No, but
Really easy to
I
cut your
will
hand.
if I'm in my own kitchen and I will use the gloves.
Yeah.
It's not you're not being a pea if you use
safe.
the gloves.
Be
Yeah,
safe.
you got to be safe. The gloves I use are not necessarily stab proof so much as cut proof.
Yeah.
But it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
There were some guys that used to come up in pre-COVID to the Capitol.
Uh-huh.
They'd have a specific days, like we have New Milford Day, we have Hartford Day, we have
Oyster
different
Day?
days. Yeah.
Blue Point Day?
Milford Day.
Oh, Milford,
guys
the
came
oyster
up from-
oyster festival. Oh yeah.
Guys came up from there and they no gloves. They would shuck in front of you all day long.
Yeah.
And just bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, I'm more impressed with your scallant.
those scalented people.
No, your skill and your talent was impressive. And of course, the oysters, everything. It's just amazing.
Yeah. I like. Look, it took Lori a while to like oysters. I've always liked oysters.
I love oysters.
I anything south of Virginia, no.
Yeah.
No. Like I'm going to New Orleans soon. I will not touch a single Gulf oyster.
How dare you say it like that?
I hate what, New Orleans?
Yeah. Nolans.
Nolans. Yeah, I'm not Creole. I don't give a shit. I'm not.
No, that's how you pronounce it.
It's not Nolans.
You don't go to Louisville, Kentucky. You go to Louisville.
No, but that's
Louisville.
you're talking dialect.
I'm talking. That's how they ask you to say it.
Louisville.
Louisville.
We go Louisville.
Louisville.
No,
Nolans.
they don't care. Louisville.
Like what's that place?
I can say Louisville.
What state is the home of Orlando?
Florida.
How do you say the name of the state?
Florida. It's Florida.
No, they say Florida.
Yeah,
Florida.
They say.
Yeah, and that's how I was told by people there. That's how they would like us to say it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's not how I do. Although you know,
do you say Oregon?
Well, I'm not going to say
Oregon.
It's Oregon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same
no,
thing.
You're right.
Please cut that. Please cut that. Where you're going.
I'm not going to say Missouri though.
No, Missouri's a little weird.
Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to. I'm going to Worcester, Mass. Worcester. No, it's Worcester.
Yeah.
I can say Worcester, even though they go Worcester.
It's Worcester.
No, it's not. Let's keep moving through this. Somehow Liz's awful question is turning into an entire show.
Yeah, we need to move on from that. At
No,
some point.
I kind of like this. I like what we're doing here.
By the way, when you go to Nolans, do me a favor. I've never been, and I want to go. I've never been there. Please get me, and just for yourself, enjoy it for me. Get a beignet.
Beignet, I bring Cafe Du Monde mix back with me every time. What are you talking about? Get a beignet.
How come you've never made that for me then? You know, you brag about your food and then you never.
No, but that's
make me
mix.
do it.
That's mix. That's the mix. I'm not like making the fresh beignets. I'm just buying the mix because they've got a good thing going from Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde's the only place to go.
Yeah.
I mean, as a big Jimmy Buffett fan,
Yeah.
he speaks of Cafe Du Monde.
Oh, it's great. I go down there.
In song.
I'll get that right.
Yeah.
I'll go there, have some beignets, and then buy the whole box and bring them back here.
Although he says he doesn't eat beignets in the song. I don't eat beignets, too much sugar and dough, but I will play for gumbo.
Oh my god, the gumbo! But yeah, they fry their oysters. It's garbage. Don't fry your oyster.
I've told you, fry anything, I'll eat it, man.
Fried oysters are gross, though. I don't like them.
I like
don't
fried
like
oysters.
them.
I enjoy them. I
I'm not
prefer steamed oysters.
I prefer raw oysters.
Yes.
Cooking oysters is savage to begin with.
Unnecessary.
Don't cook any oyster.
Do you do the hot sauce on your oyster?
So I'll do hot sauce. I'll do some cocktail sauce. I'll do lemon. I like the mignolette. This is all of it. I love all of it.
Have you tried our garlic hot sauce on oysters? Have you had oysters since? Look at the look. Oh my goodness, he's giving me a look like, oh, what a brilliant idea.
I'm gonna try that.
Our garlic hot sauce.
Okay.
on
Let me redo the list.
Oh.
Let me redo the list.
Yeah, do it.
I'll do hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the cocktail sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the mignonette. I'll do just straight lemon.
Yeah.
And I'll do the bar is low garlic hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's honestly the only thing I like Tabasco sauce on is an oyster. I hate Tabasco sauce, but it works on an
I don't
oyster.
hate Tabasco sauce, but
It's basically just vinegar and cayenne. which works on the oyster. I don't like,
Yeah.
if I'm eating potatoes, give me a Cholula, give me a Frank's.
Okay.
Give me a Texas
Yeah.
Pete even.
Oh,
Don't give me.
you're getting. It's amazing to me how many people love Texas Pete. Like it's the best. thing ever made.
I'm putting
It's okay.
I'm putting Texas Pete above Tabasco.
It's
is what I
Heinz
just did.
57 is what it is.
But
Yeah.
I just put Texas Pete above Tabasco, which is where it belongs.
Okay, that's fair.
You know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I also had.
Trust me, if I'm given a list of hot sauces and Texas Pete is on there with 5 others, Texas Pete's probably the last one I'm going to go with. But I will go with that over the Tabasco.
I will tell you that last week, while I was in Hartford, we did one day of breakfast up there.
Oh.
And someone brought in, with caterers that come in, and we don't do shout outs on the show. Jay's Hartford, go there. Amazing.
Okay.
So Jay's brought in scrambled eggs, and I busted out of nowhere the Bar's Low garlic hot sauce. Everybody who was like, "What are you putting on your eggs? What are you doing?"
Yeah, but how many did you sell?
Yeah, none. I brought in one bottle for people that were in my caucus room to enjoy, and I shared that bottle, and that bottle got drained.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it did. So keep moving on. They make poutine in Canada. Obviously, you have to.
You have to.
McDonald's poutine. I'm sure. McDonald's gravy. I'm sure it's probably just like
Canned gravy.
yeah. But you know what
Swanson.
you know what you can get in China is a mashed potato burger.
Okay.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
There's something there.
Yeah, you're trying to have me move on, but we're gonna keep on doing.
No,
this.
move on from this. This is look. It was an okay question, but we're spending like 20 minutes talking about McDonald's.
Here's the lobster roll. Yeah, but you know what? I love a good food conversation. This is just the springboard to the food conversation.
We're not always a food show.
You want to talk about bungee cords? You want me to go to her next call? Like, come on, this is good
well,
stuff.
she's got 4 of them on there. You
Sir, there is a Cadbury Cream Egg McFlurry in Australia, the United Kingdom, and Canada.
It was my mistake to say move on.
Move over, Shamrock Shake.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. Hold on. Let me zoom in on that.
You
Look
can't
at
see
that.
it on a
Look
pod-
at that. Yeah, you're missing out. This is not a visual
Google
medium.
that, people. Google that.
Please Google it. Travel for it. Here in the States, Easter at McDonald's means a minty Shamrock Shake. Easter Shamrock? I guess maybe they still have it. If it's
still
an early
around.
one, yeah.
I haven't had one in years
But
now.
overseas and across the Canadian border, Spring comes with a McFlurry flavor that tastes just like a
Hold on.
cranberry cream.
You said across the Canadian border?
Yeah, they have it in Australia, UK, and Canada. All the where the
next
Queen
Easter,
is.
next
all
Easter.
of the Queen's territories.
Queenslands. We are going to Canada next Easter to get one.
All right, the Koreans are onto something.
Okay.
You can get a McDonald's chicken sandwich
Well, okay, I can do that here.
with fucking mozzarella sticks and marinara on the sandwich.
Well, that's
What's-
something.
What's the point of that
I
glutton?
guess you could build one.
Yeah.
Although McDonald's here, I don't think has mozzarella sticks, do they? Arby's
No,
does.
Burger King does.
Yeah. So you can get like Arby's mozzarella sticks and put them on a chicken sandwich and dump that little tub of marinara they give you.
Why would you do this? In Japan, you can get just a side of sweet corn. It's like, I guess.
That's a big thing there.
I guess if you were to go to McDonald's right now and they said French fries or corn, you'd probably say corn. I mean, you would say neither, but you had to do one. You would probably go with corn. So
I don't know. I would go fries.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't want fries, you can get a side of corn.
I might have fries today. I haven't had fries in forever.
The Polish, they've discontinued this.
Oh.
The cordon bleu burger.
Okay.
It was a cheeseburger with fried chicken patty on it and bacon and mayonnaise. Ooh.
That's not cordon bleu.
No, it's not. Well, yeah,
That's
it's not
probably why
bacon.
they canceled it.
Yeah, it needs to have ham on it to be a
Yeah.
cordon bleu, right?
Burger King used to have a cordon bleu sandwich.
Arby's still does. I like this. I like how they say this though, and because they give a little readout of everything in here, and it just ends with, "Hey, arteries, it was nice knowing you."
Wow.
Legit. That's exactly
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. The bacon roll in the UK, you can literally just get bacon on a roll.
There's nothing wrong. Is it American bacon? Is it Canadian bacon?
So their bacon, they call American bacon, they call streaky bacon.
Yeah, we
and
like
when you
streaky
order
bacon.
bacon,
Yeah.
you just get ham.
Yeah.
And it took me a couple days to learn this, and I will never make that mistake again.
Correct.
It looks like streaky bacon though.
Good.
The bacon roll. It's exactly what it sounds like, bacon on bread. Oh, along with ketchup or brown sauce. The English love their
English brown
brown
sauce, yeah.
okay. I have a bottle of HP, always. I got HP in my fridge. You got HP? Yeah. No?
No.
I love HP brown sauce. It's good.
It's all right.
It's better than A1.
You know what my fridge is right now? It's some
A
old
side of sweet corn.
It's some old beer that I got for gifts at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's mayonnaise, ketchup, some water, some unsweetened iced tea, and a couple of Diet Dr. Peppers.
Well, there you go.
That's my fridge right now. Like, there is no food in my fridge, and there's very little as far as extras go. Very few accoutrements.
There you go. Maybe some Barlow hot sauce. I've seen this one, the black and white burgers that they have in China. You've seen that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
the black roll.
yeah. Do you remember what makes it black?
No.
Squid ink.
Oh,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Squid ink, and it's basically squid ink burger, and then this is just a super white bun with chicken.
Is there a flavor to squid ink that's like outrageous?
It's not. It's very subtle, actually.
Okay.
It's very subtle, which is why
I'm saying okay a lot on this show.
it's good in a pasta.
I'm very agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're both agreeing with each other. This is a great episode.
It's a
This
weird
is
episode.
why we should keep talking about food. The pizza McPuff. It's basically just a hot pocket.
We almost always agree on food.
India has a hot pocket.
Yeah. No.
We'll move on. The New York City Benedict bagel. You can get a friggin' eggs Benedict on a bagel in New Zealand.
All right.
Yeah.
I can see that being a thing.
In Southeast Asia, you can just get rice burger instead of bread. You can get
rice cake?
rice patties, rice cakes on the top of body.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I like that.
What? You can get a hamburger with Nutella on it in Italy?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
No.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Did I tell you when I was in Florida last time? I had a burger that had jalapenos and peanut butter on it. Yeah. Jalapenos and peanut butter. Peanut butter
On just
instead
like a
of-
regular kind
instead
of
of
cheeseburger.
mayonnaise. Yeah, instead of mayonnaise.
Huh.
I went with the peanut butter. It was a chosen sandwich you could pick.
Huh.
And I was amazed by it. It was absolutely delicious. The flavors of the peanut butter with the jalapeno.
I'm gonna have to try that.
It's worth a shot.
I'm gonna have to try that.
That peanut butter melts down so nice with the burger and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
giddy up.
I'm gonna have to try that. All right, and now the list just goes into there's like a bunch of pastas and stuff. There's a Kit Kat McFlurry out there, which is great. Yeah, all the pastas and noodles and stuff like that. Like I know it exists in Italy, it exists in Japan. That's nothing. That's crazy for me. So, all right. Mediocre question, Liz, but good conversation, Bill.
C+. You were losing me. You got so deep into this, you were losing me. I was losing interest. Do you remember that song?
Nope.
It was like a 90s thing. I got to find it for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Liz. I have no idea where you're going to get to this call, but I saw the Batman twice already at this point. And after everybody was crapping on our Pats this whole time for playing this role, they still bought tickets. The theaters were still sold out. So my question for you guys is, no matter who the actor might be, is there any actor that you absolutely refuse to see any of their work? I certainly have one that I don't care for at all, but it seems to me like even if Weird Al Yankovic suddenly became the Batman, people would still buy frickin' tickets. So I don't
Absolutely, I would.
Anyway, so just wondering if there's any actor out there at all that you just positively loathe and will never see anything that they put together. Just a question. Love you guys. Miss you.
Yeah,
Come on.
I would
All right.
shut up. I would
All
see
right.
Weird Al as Batman, but you're the kind of guy that holds grudges, so I think you probably got a good answer for this.
I am the guy that holds grudges.
Yeah, you are.
All right, so a couple things on this call. Number one, the theaters were packed because you put Batman on the marquee. People will show. People will go ballistic when you put the Batman out there.
Oh yeah,
Number two,
yeah.
there have not been good movies for the last 2 years. Very few that you want to go to the theater and see when you could even go to the theater because they haven't been able to make the movies. There hasn't been a lot in the theater we've been able to see.
Well, I think that it's that they've been releasing things simultaneously, streaming and theater at the same time, and a lot of people are kind of.
But there hasn't been anything that made me jump up and down. Like Sonic 2 is in the theater right now. I could care less. I do want to see the new Doctor Strange. But this being said, I watched Batman on HBO.
At home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our Pat did fine. I wasn't upset. You and I are big Batman fans.
Yeah.
I don't hate his role. I thought it was the worst Batman movie I've ever seen, though.
Yes.
The story sucked.
Yes.
The story was absolutely awful. The
Yes.
Penguin was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. The new take on the Riddler, meh. He didn't. The original Riddler, the comics, the TV show, the movies, was always at least likable.
Yes.
He was a funny, quirky little guy.
Yeah, I mean, I say what you will. Jim Carrey's Riddler
Amazing.
was absolutely phenomenal.
Amazing.
Absolutely phenomenal.
But the movie itself, absolutely horrible. Now, as far as who could play Batman that I would not go see,
Well, I'm sure it's an extensive list.
I think I'd still go see it. Even if, like, James Spader were playing Batman, I would go see Batman.
Well, okay, I don't think the question was the question who could play Batman and you wouldn't see it, or just in general, is there someone who you refuse to go and see?
I think it was a little bit of both, but like James Spader has always been one of those people I can't stand.
Okay.
Hate him.
Okay.
He did The Office, and he was Robert California.
Yeah.
I said I can't not watch because it's The Office.
I mean, he wasn't a very likable character, Robert California.
He's never a likable character.
Okay.
In anything, people are like, oh, you have to watch Blacklist. It's great. I won't watch it because it's him, and he annoys me. I don't know what it is. I just don't like him. But there's, I don't know. There's people that say I won't watch it for it more so than it doesn't get me excited to watch a show or a movie if someone's in it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if they're like, hey, there's a new movie out and you got to go see this, if it's an actor I like, it makes me want to go see it or turn it on. If it's someone I don't like, it's irrelevant that, I'm not going to blackball the movie because that actor's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there is one.
I mean, I find New Age Mel Gibson quite obnoxious.
In his acting? Or just individually?
Just individual. Like, when you see him, I'm kind of like...
You won't see a movie. If they came out with another Lethal Weapon, would you go see it? I think you would.
Oh, yeah.
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 So you don't hate him for that. You'd go see his movie.
Yeah.
I think that... what was that movie where he heard women's thoughts?
Oh, yeah. What Women Want?
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
He did a good job. That was kind of the tail end of the good Mel Gibson
Well, that was
stuff.
before he went off the deep end. I think he huffed some paint or something. Something happened. Something
I don't
clicked.
care about his politics. I mean...
No, not politics. I'm not talking politics.
All right.
Just his demeanor, his general vibe, his behavior, just all of a sudden just went a little bit kooky.
Well,
He just went a little
you don't
kooky.
see that in the movie, so I don't care.
I guess that's what makes him a good actor.
Look, Braveheart, man, one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
I will not stop watching. He could go commit the most heinous crimes. I'd still probably watch it.
Yeah. Well.
All
right.
because
So
it's Braveheart.
So Chris Brown as Batman. You're gonna go see that? Talking about heinous. Bill Cosby as Batman. R. Kelly as Batman.
Bill Cosby did it's in the top world's worst movies ever made.
Which one's that?
It was called Leonard Part 6. There was no 1 through 4 or 5. There was Leonard Part 6.
Okay.
If you're ever in a really bad.
Okay.
Chris Brown. I wouldn't fire me up to do it, but I wouldn't say I refuse to go because he's in it. I'm not that. That's a very woke thing to do, I think.
Let me ask you this: is there someone who could play Batman who you wouldn't want to see just because they would be doing it a disservice? For example, Adam Sandler as Batman. Adam Sandler would not be a good Batman. We love Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler.
No, we do.
You like
do.
Adam Sandler.
We do.
right?
I would want to watch that.
You think so?
I would want to see, because look, I am a firm believer that 99% of comedians make for excellent dramatic actors. They're never given the shot. When Robin Williams first broke that, they said, no, he can't do this. He's Robin Williams. He's Mork. He's never going to be a dramatic actor.
Yeah.
And
Dead
off
Poets
the charts.
Society.
Tom Hanks ran around with bosom buddies in a dress for the longest time on the TV show. Oh, he's just a goofy comic. He's a goofy, funny guy.
Sure.
Outstanding actor. So I think Jim Carrey's another one. I think he can do outstanding dramatic roles if he wants to.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, he has Eternal Sunshine.
Exactly.
Was
Eternal Sunshine,
was great.
Fantastic.
I guess Riddler is kind of a half and half.
People don't want to give comics a chance because they don't. Well, they want to make you. They want to make. I want to see like Kevin Hart take on a full dramatic role. I want to see it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's his name? Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Right? Jordan Peele is making like these horror, like these crazy movies now, which are awesome. They've all been pretty good, I guess. Us was kind of a little bit of a letdown But I loved Get Out. Get Out was
outstanding.
outstanding, right? And then there's another one that's coming out. Pete Davidson, there's another one.
But
There's a guy who you wouldn't think can pull off a dramatic role, and somehow does. Now he looks goofy as all hell.
He is a goofy.
And I mean, he's definitely a comedian at heart. But he can do some drama.
Look, I hate when people put you in a box. You're a funny person, just do funny movies. No.
Yeah.
So I would love to see anybody try to do it.
Well, like Pauly Shore. You think Pauly Shore is Batman?
You never know. You never know. It'd be like, it'd be more of a.
Oh, come on, you got to do it.
Forget about the penguin. I want the Weasel. Oh,
get to the Weasel-mobile. Oh God, that would be something. All right.
B on that question.
Oh God, I forgot there was a B. Go.
No, I rated her a B.
Oh, B. I thought there was a part B, like
no,
you were going to go into. Oh, okay.
No, I rate her a B.
Okay, good.
Up from the C minus.
All right, great. So,
you want to grade it?
No.
Okay.
That was a good question. I mean, the conversation was had. Let's see what else you got, Liz.
Guys, it's Liz. As you know, I loved your 2 March Madness TV show bracket episodes, and I just had a suggestion for another bracket: movies. That's a lot of work for you, Mike, but I'm looking forward to the discussion. And rather than live studio audience, you can put action in there. So you can have comedy, drama, action, and then I would still keep animation, or maybe turn it into like just kids films in general. But yeah, great job, guys. Missed hearing ya. Love y'all. Bye.
We missed hearing you too, Liz.
All right, Liz. So the answer to this one is do your own damn show. Okay.
Great.
I love that you put it on you. Like, Mike, it's going to be a lot of work for you, knowing that Mo's not going to do any of this.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Here's the problem with doing a movie bracket like that. Like 16 best comedies of all time. You can't do that. The whole bracket, you could do a whole comedy bracket.
Just to get into the 16.
Just to get into the 16. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, if it was like 1,000, it could be a mega bracket, but I mean, we don't have time for that.
No. What is your, if you were to say it off the top of your head, favorite comedy?
Naked Gun.
Really?
Maybe. It's genius. Slapstick comedy, when done right, can be the absolute funniest stuff.
Leslie Nielsen, I sent you a little TikTok. It was cute about him. But he was doing a lot of interviews about Naked Gun when he came out.
Just farting.
Yeah. And, farting in his interviews. But Leslie Nielsen said it was very difficult while they were shooting the movie because they knew how funny they were. And doing that deadpan is so difficult.
It's got to be tough.
Yeah.
And this is a dramatic actor that turns comedian.
Right.
So this is the opposite. This is again, you can't put people in a box. You can't put Leslie Nielsen in a corner.
No.
I think Naked Gun probably,
it was good. It wouldn't be in my top 10.
I love Austin Powers.
Oh, fantastic!
I love it, but it's in the same genre.
Yeah,
it's of comedy.
Yeah.
See, that's what you could do. You could do the comedy bracket, and you could have slapstick over here, and then you could have I don't know what else you would have, rom-com maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could bucket it off like that.
You could. It's tough. It's a tough categorization to make.
Yeah, obviously Dodgeball and Anchorman are up there.
They're the wrong. That's quotables.
Yeah, quotables. That's a good one. Yeah.
Adam
Sandler's early work, just between.
You're a grandma's boy kind of guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Happy Gilmore. I think might be my favorite of those movies. Obviously, you got the Caddyshack and those types of movies. It's really hard. I only say Naked Gun because that is just kind of my go-to. Put on a stupid movie to laugh.
Yeah.
Come on. The woman, she climbs a ladder to get something down. He looks up. All you see is her dress, and he goes, "Nice beaver." And she goes, "Thanks, I just had it stuffed." And then hands him some taxidermy. Like, that's just, it's just brilliant writing. Come on. Hot Shots Part 2. Come on. Tell me that's not one of the best. That's one of those movies you just name the title and all of a sudden they start laughing.
I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, talk about when the sequel eclipses the original.
But your comedy to me, I'm not as big a fan of Naked Gun in that genre.
The slapstick.
You probably liked the Robin Hood when they did Men in Tights.
Men in Tights, I do like Mel Brooks comedies, but sometimes they're just a little too stupid. And Men in Tights is too stupid.
Give me Blazing Saddles. Give me
Spaceballs. Yep.
all day.
Yep.
But no.
Oh, History of the World?
History of the World. Outstanding.
Come on. Part 1. Only part 1, though. Only part 1. That's the only good one. It's the only good one.
But you know my favorite movie.
What, Fletch?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Fletch is a great movie.
Fletch. And Fletch Lives
Fletch
is fantastic as well. But Chevy Chase is up there for me, and he's the god of slapstick in general, but those aren't slapstick movies.
No. I mean, Coming to America, the original.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Great comedy movie.
Great comedy.
We can keep doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, Monty Python, Life of Brian, which I think Life of Brian is better than the Holy Grail, personally.
I know a lot of people have that belief. I disagree. I still like Holy Grail better.
Have you met my friend, Biggest Dickus?
Just because some watery tot throws a soda at you is no foundation for the basis of government.
I'm telling you, that's
Run away!
It's a good one. But no, there is something to bring out your dead.
Yeah.
There is something to that. All right.
I'm not dead. He says he's not dead.
Boom. Dead now. All right, let's keep going.
So is
This
that
is Liz.
call.
Another suggestion for brackets, and this one is really far out there. Mike, I don't think you would do it because it's a lot of work involved, but major franchises. So, I mean, we're talking across movies and TV, everything with a big cult following, with multiple episodes, multiple films. So, I mean, that could be anywhere from Star Trek, which goes into film, Star Wars, which now has TV shows, Jurassic Park, Harry Potter, like things like.
All right. First off,
We're
Marvel
gonna
Universe just crushed every bit of that, so there's no point for a bracket.
We're gonna stop that. Marvel. I mean, the way that Marvel Universe did their thing, the way that the Star Wars universe is expanding, even the way the Star Trek universe is expanding. Jurassic Park. I'm not putting that up there.
There's
that's
no
just,
expansion.
That's not really a universe.
Harry Potter was one series of books and done.
Yeah.
Like, there's no expansion. Other than trying to do the Beast thing, I don't know. It doesn't really click. But a silly question because Marvel knocked it out of the park. Nobody can touch what Marvel has done. Nobody can.
Silly question. You're gonna silly. That's the adjective
silly.
you're gonna go
It's
with.
silly because there's one goat there. That's it.
I think you meant shitty question is what you were. Now, speaking of Liz and shitting, thank you so much, Liz. I must say, for the gift of the wet wipes that you left at my door.
Oh, she left you wet wipes.
Yes.
I didn't know where you were going with that whole that preamble. I was getting a little nervous.
No, but I would be
I thought you were
remiss.
going to start talking about the Johnny Depp trial there for a second, but
I gotta wait for the verdict on that one before I can dig in, because boy, that's been fun to watch. I've only watched it like 15 seconds at a time via reels and stories. But I mentioned my affinity for the wet wipes, and then I came in, and then all of a sudden there's this little pack from Liz that's sitting there.
did she sign them or something? So you knew they were from Liz?
Who else is going to bring me Kimberly-Clark products and just leave them out there?
And other people could buy you wet wipes and leave them, I guess.
All right. Well, you know what?
Wet wipes.
You know what then?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think they were Romanian wet wipes, though.
No, and by the way, we still have all these treats in the studio.
We're
in
gonna do
front of
that
us.
video. We're gonna do
Jana,
that video.
They're here. We're gonna do
that
video at some
yeah.
point soon, but they are still here. I mean, I'm not full of it. There's Eugenia here. There's Poyana here.
I've been looking at these Gusto
Puffs.
Puffs, the Puffletti.
And then there's the Puffletti
yeah,
pizza
we're
ones
gonna
here, the star ones.
We're gonna
so.
get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we will. We will. It's not like they're going bad. These all are packaged pretty well.
they don't go. So, what do you think will last longer? This pack of Puffletti or a McDonald's cheeseburger on the shelf?
Oh, I think the Puffletti's got days.
I don't know. No, I think the McDonald's cheeseburger's got decades. It doesn't mold. They don't mold.
I also think when that bag is opened, I have this odd feeling you're going to go to town on those inside of like a week. Those will be gone.
A week.
Yeah, I don't think you eat like you used to. I think you'll see those gone in a week.
You know, I am not a big snacker. I've never been big into snacking.
You are a snacker more than you think. You know, that place across the way, you go get jars full of food, you'll come in here and you'll eat those snacks. You will snack, and not have a meal.
I haven't, though.
But that was
recently.
you. That was you like the last 2 years. You've been a snacker.
I still have. I mean, the wasabi peas,
they're good.
Are the snack, but I don't do chips and stuff like that.
I used to go
not a
bags
big
of
chip
chips
guy.
at a clip. Oh,
Really?
man. probably one of the reasons I blew up as big as I was. So like, oh, a bag of Lay's. Single serve? No. Family size is single serve. While I'm watching TV, just pop, 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 just eating them all day.
There you go.
And that's scary
There you
stuff.
go. See, I know. Well, it's you have to choose which Lays you want.
that you?
That was my tea coming
That was
back.
bodily fluids.
So that was
that
my
was weird.
That was my tea being swallowed.
Gross.
It was going down as I started talking. So the air was like, which way do I go? And it decided up. It decided up was the way to go. But yeah, all right. Well, that was a good show. That was a fun show.
Hold on. There was one unknown call. We have to do that before we go.
No, I'm going to save it for the next one. I'm going to save it for the next one.
Do it.
I'm going to save it for the next
Do
one.
it.
I'm saving it. Oh, that's the wrong button, too. I was going to play the theme music. I was going to do the theme music and get us
Why
out
do
of
you
here.
have to play that?
I was going to do the theme music and get us out of here.
Smash that board.
Yay! 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 Yay!